Hearty welcome to all the viewers. Welcome to this platform of e-learning. Here in this video, you will learn in detail about a poem which is titled Animals, written by Walt Whitman, which is prescribed by NCERT syllabus for grade 10 English. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. Whitman is among the most influential poets in the American canon, often called as the father of free verse. He is a major figure in early American poetry. He broke the tradition of rhymed and metrical poetry. He was famous for writing a revolutionary new kind of poetry which was in free verse. The poem Animals is from his work Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. Through the poem Animals, Walt Whitman has shown the comparison between human beings and animals in his poem. He has pointed out the evil present inside the human brain, which he thinks animals don't have. That is why he thinks that animals are much better than human beings. In the poem Animals, the poet has described his will to become an animal because he thinks animals are far better than human beings. Human beings are greedy and full of jealousy against each other, but animals are calm and self-contained. The animals are happy with what they have. They never complain about their miseries and sorrows. On the other hand, human beings complain about their miseries. They give more importance to the rich and strong people, stay restless because of their wrongdoings, and run behind the luxurious things of this world. Whereas animals are honest about their relations and don't give importance to a particular class. They live a life which is full of honesty and less of greed and jealousy. Well, now let's focus on the explanation of the poem. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. Here, placid means calm and peaceful. Contained means keep up control. The poet says that he wants to live in the world of animals. Here we can say that the poet finds the world of animals better than that of human beings. He further says that he finds animals more peaceful than humans. He says so because animals are not running after worldly things like human beings. They are calm and have no greed for worldly things or any kind of achievements. They are self-contained, means they are happy with life and never interfere in the lives of others. Humans have the habit of interfering in the lives of others. So, poet thinks that animals are better than humans for being calm and not interfering in the matters of others. The poet further says that these are the reasons why he stands still and looks at the animals for a very long time. Let's focus on the literary devices used. Number 1, assonance. We can see the use of vowel sound I in I think, I live with animals. The second literary device is repetition. We can see the use of the word long being repeated. The next literary device is anaphora. We can see the word I being used at the start of 2 consecutive lines. Thus, anaphora is used. The continuation of the poem as follows. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Here, whine means cry, sins mean wrongdoing, demented means mad or disturbed. The poet says that unlike humans, animals don't complain of any misery. They never cry out loud like humans do to show what they have lost. They never stay awake in the night crying in repentance for their wrongdoings. This means that animals are different from human beings because they don't show anger or grief if something wrong happens to them. He further says that animals are very truthful because they never boast of their good deeds done in the name of God. He says so because most of the human beings do this. They try to show their good deeds and religiousness to others. They do so in order to gain popularity among their fellows. So, the poet thinks that animals never irritate him by doing such things just to gain some praise from their fellow people. He feels that the animals are not dissatisfied like humans. They stay happy with whatever they have. They never run behind worldly things. They never try to possess things of comfort or luxury. He says that none of them is mad behind owning the worldly things. Well, let's focus on the literary devices used. Number one, anaphora. We can see the use of they do not being repeated at the beginning of two or more consecutive lines, thus anaphora is used. Number two, metaphor. We can see sweat and wine being compared to the cries and complaints of human beings, thus metaphor is used. The continuation of the poem as follows. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me, and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. Here, kneels mean bow down, evince means show or reveal, possession means ownership of something, tokens mean the qualities. Here, the poet says that he has never seen any animal showing his devotion to anyone by bowing down in front of the person. They never do so even for their ancestors. They do not show devotion towards God like humans do. No one among them is more respectable or important as we have in human society. In human beings, rich people are generally given more importance and are treated with more respect as compared to the poor. But in the society of animals, they never do so. They never give more or less importance to any other animal. Everyone in the animal world is happy. They are not like human beings who find themselves the happiest or the saddest person on the earth. Further, the poet says that animals are more honest in showing their relations with others. Here he wants to say that animals use other animals as their food and they never try to hide this, whereas human beings show that they have nice and friendly relation with others, though the reality is opposite. The poet says that he accepts the fact that animals are true towards showing their relation with other animals. Well, here we can see the usage of metaphor as a literary device, as the inner qualities of human beings are compared to the tokens. The continuation of the poem as follows. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Here, negligently means carelessly. So at last, the poet introspects himself and says that from where the animals got those good qualities. He further questions himself that whether his own qualities are gone. Did he left them or had carelessly lost them somewhere? The qualities that were found in human beings in the past, like innocence, kindness, truthfulness, are now seen in animals. He wonders that humans gave up these qualities and they have passed on to the animals. Very importantly, there is no rhyme scheme followed in this poem. Hope you all enjoyed learning this poem. If you are benefited, like, share, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.